Helium is the second most abundant element in the world after hydrogen, making up about 24% of the Earth's total weight. Due to its lighter nature, helium is used in space and air balloons. Additionally, because helium doesn't burn when exposed to other chemicals, it proves to be highly efficient in various applications. In this video, we aim to familiarize you more with this gas using visuals and information. Please stay with us on this journey. When we look at the periodic table, hydrogen is on the top left and helium is on the right. They are common elements in the universe. Hydrogen is widespread in the universe and is also found a lot on Earth. But helium is different. It's abundant in the universe, but not as common as other gases. You've probably seen those balloons floating upwards. Well, those balloons are filled with helium gas. Helium is a safe gas. It doesn't explode. But if a balloon is filled with hydrogen gas instead, even a tiny spark can make it explode. Germans once made a huge balloon called the Hindenburg. They planned to fill it with helium, but helium is expensive and rare. So, they decided to use hydrogen instead. Unfortunately, this led to a tragic event, and the balloon, with more than 35 people on board, caught fire in the sky. But helium isn't just for balloons. It has many other uses. First, let's talk about its history. People discovered helium pretty late because it exists as a gas. It wasn't until the 20th century that scientists from Sweden, Per Theodor Cleve and Abraham Langley, found it. They realized helium is found alongside natural gas underground. The first abundant source of helium they discovered was in America near natural gases underground. This means wherever there's natural gas, there's likely helium. Right now, the biggest producer of helium in the world, supplying 80% of it, is the United States and Qatar. The first time helium was used was in the early 20th century by Americans when airplanes were invented. Aerospace engineers in the United States realized that helium is lighter than air and has a tendency to rise. They thought about using this gas for flying, leading to the creation of the first balloons. At that time, Americans kept the technology for extracting this gas a secret, making it their exclusive knowledge. This is why, if they wanted to fill the Hindenburg balloon with helium, they would have to buy it from Americans and make it very expensive. Over time, more people learned how to extract helium, making its price much cheaper. In the past, helium was crucial for flight, but in today's modern world, it has different uses. Nowadays, you can even breathe helium without any harm. It only temporarily changes your voice for a few seconds.
You go ahead and talk like this, and you go ahead and take it
like this. It's just a little bit.
Never mind, we just kidding. But this playful use of helium is incorrect in the modern world. Helium has significant applications, such as being used in one of the most important devices in a hospital, the MRI machine. It's interesting to note that an MRI doesn't take pictures with X-rays. In simple terms, it uses magnets to capture images. These magnets generate a lot of heat during operation, requiring helium for cooling. It's worth mentioning that when we talk about helium, it's not the gas, but the liquid form, as liquid helium is used to cool the MRI machine. This liquid helium happens to be the coldest liquid in the universe. If you're familiar with nitrogen, it's a very cold liquid used for various purposes in laboratories. Interestingly, liquid helium is much colder than liquid nitrogen. The boiling point of liquid nitrogen is minus 196 degrees Celsius, whereas liquid helium's boiling point is minus 269 degrees Celsius, and it's really, really cold. One of the most crucial uses of helium is in the manufacturing of chips and microchips. This industry heavily relies on liquid helium because the production of these microchips generates significant heat and the devices need to be rapidly cooled. In these devices, using water or any other liquid is not feasible because it drastically reduces the efficiency and production speed. In today's modern world, the demand for helium is increasing as devices become more advanced and faster, producing more heat. Liquid helium performs exceptionally well in rapidly cooling these devices, making it the best choice. However, there is a growing concern as the demand for helium rises day by day, while it is not an abundant resource. Experts believe that if we continue to use helium at this rate, it may be depleted in the next 100 years. Nevertheless, by exploring the space around Earth, we can find an ocean of helium on the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is a massive gas giant planet composed of various gases, and one of these gases is helium. The amount of helium in Jupiter is greater than that on Earth, but it's essential to understand that Jupiter is one of the largest planets in the universe, over 1,300 times larger than Earth. However, within our solar system, the largest source of helium is the Sun, where 27.5% of the Sun is composed of helium. Now, if there's so much helium in our solar system, why is it relatively scarce on Earth? As mentioned earlier, helium is a lightweight gas that likes to rise. It ascends so high that it escapes Earth's atmosphere, causing most of the helium present on Earth to exit into space and be lost. That's why helium is found in the depths of the Earth and alongside natural gas reservoirs. These reservoirs, trapped within the Earth, have no way to escape, unlike helium in the atmosphere, making them a valuable source. But if people let these reservoirs stay, as we mentioned, if you breathe in helium, your voice becomes a bit thinner and also funny. The reason is that helium makes vocal cords vibrate differently. But is breathing in this gas really harmless for humans? Yes, breathing in this gas is entirely harmless because it has no smell, no color, and is non-toxic. However, if you overdo it, your body may feel suffocated due to a lack of oxygen, making breathing harder. But this isn't because of breathing helium, and the main reason is not getting enough oxygen. It's interesting to know that if helium comes into contact with electricity, it emits a pinkish light. The most famous gas that emits light is neon, which is very cheap, but helium and some other gases can also produce light. The most beautiful light that can be produced from gases is from mercury vapor, which emits a turquoise blue light. However, you should know that mercury vapor is highly toxic and deadly. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We have plenty more thrilling videos like this waiting for you on our channel.